wanna be elder nigga like Maserati in the cut, steady watching you come out of nowhere and say the illest, wildest, disrespectful post that he can say about a fellow Israelite sister and a brother. And that's all I'm focusing on. Because he's the one that jumped outside.
Of a woman charged in the fatal shooting of her husband of 10 days. That trial now in its fourth day.
WRBL's Olivia Yepes was the only reporter in the courtroom, and she has the latest on the case.
Thursday, jurors heard testimony from the medical examiner and 34-year-old Sharice Douglas herself. Douglas is on trial for the 2021 murder of her husband of 10 days, 38-year-old John Anthony Johnson. The medical examiner testified wounds on the body of Douglas's husband indicate he was shot at an intermediate range.
In this case, most references will tell you an intermediate or medium range will be between about 3 inches to 3 feet. But we can narrow in on that based on the density or the amount of gunpowder. And so the more dense the gunpowder is, the closer it is, and then it will spread from further away. This only spreads about 2 inches away from the wound, but based on that, it seems to be less than a foot in my opinion.
According to Douglas's testimony, she shot Johnson fearing for her life when the two got into an altercation after Douglas texted him asking for money to leave their shared apartment at Gentian Village.
I felt him something like this. I was scared. I thought he was going to kill me. Both my wife and my husband from my eyes, I had kids. I had a son. I had a child. So it was my way to take myself.
Douglas said her text to her sister, "I'm about to kill dude."
So she's saying she was a self-defense situation. She felt her life was flashing before. She was getting choked out.
Douglas said her text to her sister, "I'm about to kill dude," wasn't literal. Under cross-examination, she verified there were only minutes between the text and the shooting. The defendant also testified she left the apartment and sold the gun for $350 to a friend of a friend in Alabama within an hour of the incident.
That she killed her husband?
Yeah, she murdered him. She not just killed him. Like,
yeah,
it's one thing that if he's beating me down and I had no choice but to stab him to get him off of me. No, she shot the dude in his back. She skipped state and then sold the murder weapon.
So I'll read it.
Yeah, hold up before you do. Now, when he first got with this girl, when I want to say this shit so y'all know that I said this shit. Y'all know that I said this shit. When Maharaka first got with this girl, Miss Judah, the rapper, I'm a butterfly. It's hot. Where's she from?
Memphis.
Butterfly. Hot. Ex so-called repentant of being, I'll just leave that alone because that ain't even part of it. When he first got with her, she was talking this out. And I say punk because you let your wife punk you out like that. The girl that you talking to punk you out like that. She was punking him out. He got me on the phone with her. He told me to counsel her. I tried to counsel her. She didn't.
And that's the thing.
Punking him out. He got me on the phone with her. He told me to counsel her. I tried to counsel her. She didn't know that I knew. He told me she killed her husband. She didn't know that I knew that. When I said, hey, she's talking all this stuff, I said, hey, sis, I know that you killed your husband. She told me. How does what kind of real nigga dies if you shoot him right there? Where'd you shoot him? It don't matter. What kind of real nigga? I shot him, but what kind of real nigga? I didn't know he was gonna die when I shot him. I'm like, sis, fuck are you talking about? You shot this nigga in cold blood. What kind of real nigga dies? And I was like, and I went in on it.
And what the brother wanted to talk about was the sister comes out of she was a stud.
You shot this dude, and she cussed me the fuck out like I was a nigga. Who the you
Like
think
you
you are?
Maharaka.
Yeah, cussed me out like she cussed Maharaka out. I got Maharaka on the phone and was like, listen to her. Ah, man, you know, the sis, you knew.
The Bible talks about you can't be a witness if you got bad character. We listen to these brothers that got bad character. So we get on the phone, we talking, and Maharaka's like, man, talk to her, man, she going off on me. And she calls this nigga gay.
Said, hey, you a ass nigga. That's what she said.
Yeah.
My word. That's what she said.
So she
Hey, hold up though.
Mm-hmm.
Said, you gay and you like your booty licked and you what kind of nigga like his booty tickled and that's why your fucking mama died.
So right,
His mama had died like a month or two before that because she was mad at him. She's like, that's why your mammy died. So on the phone, I'm listening to this and after I get off, I'm like, Mom.
And they can have 10 wives, divorce and remarry any woman they want to as many times as they want to, concubines, sleep with prostitutes. It's the culture.
This is you trying to justify? This is who you trying to justify? Oh man, she just wilding right now.
oh, he went in.
You love the Bob that much. That's what you trying to justify.
Because, and that's why I said, yeah, she still hasn't repented. Because how do you murder your husband? He died. And then you have the gumption to tell now the dude that you dealing with, that's why your mama died. You real light when it comes to death, ain't you? You took another man's
He
wife.
had to bring it out because this is Israel.
Yeah. But if we say that and bring it out and say, he took another man's wife, oh man, you speaking on my house. That's not how it happened. And then on top of that, I done had, that's why I be like, brothers be wanting me and Judah to take the fall for everything. And then on top of that, I done had, that's why I be like, brothers be wanting me and Judah to take the fall for everything. Because I done had brothers be like, yeah, man, I done heard the story about Maharaka and how he took his wife, and I don't agree with
It never healed.
wife is cheating on you. Any man would be upset about that. He like, yeah, you hurt over that. Yes, nigga, I'm hurt over that. I was hurt over that. But guess what? I was hurt too by brothers. I have been hurt more by brothers than I have by combined. What are you talking about? This whole life, everybody's hurt by a man and a woman. Whether it be a brother, whether it be an uncle, whether it be your father.
I want to give all the praises and the honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Recha HaKodash, and double honors to the elder apostles and even the elder bishops of Great Millstone. Honors as well to you brethren, you fellow believers of this truth, and you sincere sisters as well. Shalom to you. And I'd like to say shalom to the elect, the hopeful elect. So anyway, this video I saw off this fellow Israelite channel of Power, I forgot, Prince of Power, I think is this channel. And there's a couple things he said. I couldn't put all of it in there. And one of the things he said is, this is all happening because they dabble into many wives, right? And as we teach, there was nothing wrong with having multiple wives, but as you see, one wife is enough. This is why Paul said, I wish you as I didn't even have one. And as I always say, that Yahweh Shai never went and rebuked and told any man that was an Israelite not to have more than one wife. Sin no more because you got more than one wife. But it was adultery, right? That's where a man sins when it comes to women. So anyway, I'll do a short commentary on this, and again, going back to the wives thing, you go back to Adam and Eve, you go back to, all you need is one woman to really destroy you. And this Jake, I think this guy, Judah Mack, they was originally IUIC, he's explaining about Maharaka. Now, Maharaka back in the day, was caught in adultery or whatever, and it's what it is. And we try to teach that women in these churches, they bring a lot of confusion, especially the wicked woman. I'm saying the seriously disturbed wicked Eve. You don't know who you, and this is the problem with these guys, and they're using these women. All they really doing it is to try to get wives, man. You know, they're weak to the box, right? They're weak to the stuff, so to speak. And, you know, what a Jake wants in comfort is women and money. That's all that Jake wants, is some money and women, not so much in that order, right? And these women, as the scripture says, they take captive silly women, right? But then you Jakes, as I always say in videos, a lot of these Jakes, when they go to wake up these so-called women, a lot of those women will side with you and be even feminine with you and act like they love you just in order to find your weakness and get you. So you'll have the Israelite woman who will do that. Right? Let's go to Sirach 26 and 23. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. Another thing I want to stress is the rap music, the rap beats, that energy. As I did a video yesterday on Baal, Chemosh, Astaroth, you know, all that vibration brings adultery, orgies, you know, death, destruction. As I brought out before, when that gun shoots that fire, you know, when you get assassinated, right, and especially on the left-hand side, you've been sacrificed to a degree. The Lord put you away. And these guys trust these women. And these women are going to be these guys' downfall. We see this in the HOI big time. Now you got groups popping up. Well, I'm starting up my own campaign. I'm starting up my own group. I got this group and that group. Now you got hundreds of groups just popping up. And it's silly women ready to be taken. But some of those women are so silly. Some of those women are sharp. And they know exactly what they're doing. There's some of these women that don't rest. You know, Proverbs 4 says, enter not into the path of the wicked. And they will not rest till they cause something to fall. Remember, those spirits on women too. Those spirits on men and women and children. Right? This is crazy, man. So I don't want to make it too long because the intro, I had to take a lot. I went to the different videos, you know, to try to put it together. It's alleged that Maharakah, right, took on a woman that had just killed her husband, but while on a run, he picks her up, right, and then he bees with her. I heard they had a child. I can't say that for sure. This brother in the channel kind of said that, so I'm not too clear on that. But they got together, and now he's got these campaigns on Save Miss Judah. Right? So he loves that type of thuggish rapping woman. Me personally, I would never mess with a woman who raps. That's too masculine. So you got to start questioning these guys. And their, you know, the way that they go, let's put it that way. You have to start questioning that. Guys that want a bunch of women, right? But then they love when women talk to them like that. I don't know. I'm not going to say this or say that, but there's something weird going on. I don't know about the what the brothers were saying, the Judah Mac and the other Jake from IUIC, about the explicit acts that he was supposedly had performed on him. I don't know. I'm just here to do a video to show that this is why we don't, at Great Millstone, we're not hungry for women. You know, the sisters that follow us, they understand that. Our mindset is prophecy. Our mindset is defending the truth. Our mindset is not rap videos, mixing keyboards. And another issue, also I'll say, is trying to wake up everybody. The Lord is not for waking up everybody. He's only waking up, it's only for the elect. But these people, this is what happens when you claim you're just waking up people. Yeah, you could be waking up demons. Right? 2 Corinthians 6 and 16. And what agreement had the temple of God with idols? Yeah, they're rapping. Especially the rap music, the rap beats. And then they kind of mix it. You can keep that separate, but then they are mixing it in the truth, man. Right? For ye are the temple of the living God, and God have said, I will dwell in them. right? And walk in them, and I will be their God, and they shall be my people, as Hebrews the 8th chapter says, right? So let me go on. I just had a couple scriptures. Proverbs 31:3. This is the words of King Lemuel, I believe was Solomon. Give not thy strength unto woman, nor thy ways that which destroy of kings. Right? It is not for kings, O Lemuel. It is not for kings to drink wine, nor for princes the strong drink, lest they drink and then forget the law and prevent the judgment of any of the affliction. Now, another thing I saw is this man is asking another man to counsel this woman. This shows an act of desperation. He knew this woman wasn't right, but he reached out for another man to counsel his wife on what's right. And this is the mindset of Israel, man. This is the mindset of these jakes and these elites. They, the people who want this destroyed, they enjoy that. But guess what? The Lord is the one set that all up anyway. And this is what's making a separation from us to everybody else. Not saying there ain't some other camps who follow true doctrine or sincere about what they teach and believe, but this is madness. You just had not too long ago, I think it was Captain Tazaryak some years back, his woman got online and started spilling the beans for everything. But here with this woman literally shot her husband after 10 days, right? Got on the run and met another Hebrew Israelite. This is, what can you say, man? Proverbs, let's go to Proverbs 7 and 24. 25. Let not thine heart decline to her ways, right? Go not astray in her paths, which we know is also going in the doctrine, For she have cast down many wounded, yea, many strong men have been slain by her. Hey, this is all biblical, man. Her house is the way to hell, going down to the chambers of death. And it's Jake has lost his life with a Hebrew Israelite woman that these guys woke up, adopted in, because, when it comes to these women, there's no strategic boundaries. They just see them as feminine women that they're coming in and she's just going to be somebody's wife. Nobody's looking at these women and seeing if they right or not. I'm pretty sure. They just see a pretty face, little nice curves or whatever she got, and a smile. Right? KRS-One had a song years ago called Jimmy Hat. Jimmy. Talking about wearing condoms because you can't trust a big butt and a smile. Right? And I believe New Edition, one of them had it going on, said that too. But this was an old saying anyway. You can't trust anybody who just comes up and claim to be an Israelite. Nothing but confusion, man. Nothing but pure confusion. Proverbs 5 and 3. For the lips of an adulterous woman drip honey, and her speech is smoother than oil. But in the end, she is bitter as gall, sharp as a double-edged sword. Her feet go down to death. Her steps lead straight to the grave. Is this not what's been spoken of or written in the scriptures? And then one brother, the bald Jake, said he had a wife 15 years and a best friend slept with her. So, you guys haven't learned anything? And then there's so much adultery going on in these churches and schools, man. They just don't say anything. Christians, it happens in the Christian church, obviously, because that's culture, as this Jake said. It is the culture of so-called blacks, natives, and Hispanics, but mainly you so-called blacks, man. That's your culture. Pure adultery, pure wickedness, pure evil, right? She gives no thought to the way of life. Her path wanders aimlessly, but does not know it. There's a lot in here. I'm not going to read all of it. Why, my son, be intoxicated with another man's wife? right? So I guess he took it as, well, he got put to death, so I could just take her on. And then this man, Maharakar, has always been in a couple incidents of adultery, along with Zabak and the rest of the HOI, or some of them in the HOI, I can't say all of them. And it's because those women bring confusion, bring drama, bring trouble, right? It says, why embrace the bosom of the wayward woman, right? It also says, for your ways are in full view of the Lord, and examine your paths. The evil deeds of the wicked ensnare them, the cords of their sin hold them fast. I'm not going to read no more on that. I just think I wanted to get to the point of all these, all these things that's been said and happening. That's the gist of it. Women can bring confusion. Men bring confusion too. I'm not going to say men don't, because there's a lot of men that come into the truth, do the same sneaky type of, remember the scripture says they catch men, they wait as a trap and catch men. Well, the women wait in the trap to catch men as well. And the problem is the women, right, there is no so-called legislation or no order intact to, when it comes to these women. These men just look at women and they use their femininity or whatever else, and they cut you. I guarantee the majority of these jakes ain't even with the same wife. They just splitting the wife, jumping around, bouncing around. That's why we got to get out of here. But for the meanwhile, we need to stay focused. That's why I'm doing this video, stay focused. And don't worry about a bunch of wives. That's more stress. But according to the law, there's no law that says you can't have more than one wife. Now, I did videos in that Deuteronomy 17. The bishop must be blameless. And he had said that for the reason of order. But there was men in there who had more than one wife. That's why he didn't say everybody must have more or one wife. I went into the history on that. I'm not going to read that. I just wanted to bring this out. This has nothing to do with this man have multiple wives, as this guy, the Prince of Power, said. But it has everything to do with one woman. This is one woman. Whether he had 8 other wives or not, that don't matter. It's that one woman. And it only takes one woman. So I have so much confusion. Let your woman learn at home. And these guys counseling one another's wives. It's all a low vibration, low mannered behavior, man. That's all I want to show on.